Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at FVTC, Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Trust, on the daily time frame. And I want to point out that we've been consolidating here basically for the whole month of March. March was a positive month. However, a lot of up and down throughout the month. And I think it's time to move on. Arguably, we could spend another week consolidating in kind of this, clearly a symmetrical triangle shape. I don't have any lines drawn for that on this chart. And my phone's still broken, so, or the screen is cracked. So the middle portion of my screen, there's a section that is really unusable, so it's a pain in the ass really to do anything. Here we are today having a nice green candle, though we opened lower than the close of the previous day, but are moving upwards as the stock market is also seeing positive moves from the good job data we had this morning. Now, so what I see here, so I'm considering the movement we've had within these purple channels here, and just looking at my cursor, not at the little dot on the screen. So essentially we've come up, we've come down, we're shifting over in these channels, come up in this channel, shifted back down, coming up here. But we are moving across the channels, actually. And so I think today, more than likely, we come back pretty close to yesterday's high, which is close to the this white dashed line, which represents the 2021 Bitcoin market high. And so I don't think we get above that today. Probably stay below it and consolidate over the weekend. Now here you don't have weekend days, so the next day would be Monday. And then Monday I see is opening around the line somewhere, around our previous all-time high. And then moving up in the week into this next channel, upwards here. Now, let's just take a move, measure from where we are at now, and then up next week. Let's just go to like Wednesday or something, up to maybe a little bit through that channel like we did with those, you can see the green, red candle back there. Maybe about 17% from where we're at now. Midweek candles I was looking at are these candles over here. See how they're a little bit above that channel. So 17%. Now let's go over to our Bitcoin chart. So here we are now on the Bitcoin US dollar index chart on the daily time frame. So measured move from where we're at now up 17% in the next week. Gets us right around 80,000, about 79,000 ish, up above 79,000. Okay, that takes us up around here, right in the center of this green circle that I've drawn. Now, previously, way back here, I guess it would have been back in the later half of April, or March, I'm sorry. I did postulate it's a little bit more bullish than what has occurred with these question marks. Well, now these aren't X's, they're question marks, so they have a little what I'm saying is that this is just a possible path. This would be a bullish case scenario, not necessarily where. What am I trying to say here? You know, I'm not saying this is where we could go. If I put X's there, it would be more firm. It would be a more firm thing like this. Okay, I think we're going to go here. I think we're going to go here and do this. So this is the more bullish scenario. So anyway, it was a little bit too bullish. And now what I've done is drawn the blue lines. I've connected those question marks and arrows and such with a blue path. And if I take that path, that's not the path. Well, you know what? I think I have to open things up a little bit more here. There we go. If we take this path, I can't. There we go. I got it. And I can't click on the damn thing. Maybe if I click on it over here, I got too many of those things in the way. Damn it. Here we go. No, I still can't do it. How can I do this? There we go. I got it. There we go. So if we take this now and just bring it down like this. So see, the moves are the same. Just that we were a little bit too bullish. Actually, let's move this up a little bit. Oops. Oh, he still can't do it. Come on. There we go. So see, price action did follow that pattern. You know, we went up, it came back down, and now I believe we will be going back up again. Just not, we just had to shift it downwards a little bit. So I think what we'll see next week is probably movement up into this area. And the only thing I'm not too certain with is that when we did get up here, as you can see, we came up to, previously we did come up to the top of this line. So but we did get rejected. We did see a rejection off of that line. So possibly we do come all the way up to this line. You know, possibly it may be breaching 80,000 a little bit, getting up above 80,000 a little bit before coming back down. But then you see back here that we did get a pretty stiff rejection there. So I'm not saying we just keep going up here, but possibly up to this line and then see a little bit more consolidation in the you know, $75,000 to $80,000 range. That's what I'm looking at now. What else did I want to point out? Now, so it does make sense that we are about to see a breakout. So I'm not adding anything new here, and everybody else has clearly finally seen the symmetrical triangle that we've been trading in, and it's about time for a breakout. I don't believe we're going down. If we did go down, we'd come into the daily Gaussian channel, which is what this dotted green line represents. That is a possibility that we did come down, and if we did, we'd come down over to, you know, lower 60s probably at this base here where these candles are. back down to about 61, 62 over the course of the next, couple weeks, and into the halving, which again is not marked here on this chart. I don't know why those lines are disappearing and reappearing, but it should be right about here, where my cursor is. So that is a possibility, but I don't see any major crash coming. Although I don't think that's likely yet. I think there's too much interest in Bitcoin right now, and too many people loading up. When I'm not talking about small little tiny people. I'm talking about big people. Big people loading up. The Bitcoin is a steal at these prices for these big people. Imagine, putting millions and millions of dollars in here and seeing your money double, triple, quadruple, quintuple over the next few years. And people that are playing this for much longer than that too. And seeing their millions and billions of dollars appreciate considerably over the next decade or so. That's who you got that are interested in those, to those people. $60,000, $60,000, $70,000, whatever, is nothing. It's a freaking bargain. So the guys that are trying to load up, they blah 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 is what I have to say about that. Now, of course, we do have the bullish divergence, hidden or otherwise. I get them mixed up, but anyway, bullish divergence is when you're looking at the lows. The lows don't match up with the chart, the price chart, and the RSI here. So you can see that with, we can't really see unless I go like this. Where are we here? Is it this low? Or is it, it's back here. Our low back here on the 22nd of March on the daily time frame is much lower than this low here on the 2nd of April. However, on the price chart, however, on the RSI, it's the second low is lower on the RSI, meaning strength on the RSI is weakened, but it was not seen in the price action, which is saying that the trend is stronger than bears were able to force things down. And arguably, you could say, well, this is playing out already with this move upwards. But if you go on the weekly, you can see we have divergence there as well. Well, we are forming divergence. And so we have this low from the week of, I can't read that because, so it's the 18th. From the week of the 18th of March, and where we're at now. So it depends on where we finish this week. If we finish this week basically above 67.3, then we have down here on the RSI, we have this higher low and a lower low here, while we have the opposite on the price action. So that would be weekly bullish divergence. Again, hidden or otherwise, I don't know. Which would indicate a move up on the weekly. So really depends on where we finish on Sunday. Now, that being said, let's again go back to the daily because we have this one thing on the daily that I'm not too certain about. So essentially, this line is not valid anymore, so let's just get rid of it. But getting rid of that, now you see I have this longer trend line drawn. Let's just auto everything there. This longer trend line drawn. It goes back to when we started moving here, and there goes my damn screen. Yeah, towards the end of August. And so that connects that line and that low. And we didn't quite hit it here. We came down close to it and haven't hit it yet. And we don't necessarily need to, but I'm just saying that still leaves a question in my mind as to if on Saturday, then tomorrow, there's a possibility. Okay, god damn, I can't move these things the way I want to. Tomorrow, there is a possibility that we do see a pullback back down to this line. I mean, it's not that far, not much. And then bounce. So don't be scared if it comes, if you see price action heading down tomorrow. I think it will, and there's a good chance you might see that pull back on Saturday because today has been pretty good. This red candle is a lot bigger this morning, and it's forming a nice hammer here. Like I said, I think we'll get back up to our white previous all-time high line there, somewhere around here. And then could see another pullback because that would be, fall in line with oscillating within this triangle on Saturday, maybe. And then on Sunday, I move back upwards before finally busting out up into, up here somewhere. All right, so I'll just leave it there. I don't think there's anything else I need to go out over other than the Daily Gaussian channel. Which I just turned on. And it's right down there. So we are avoiding it for now. And I think we will continue to avoid it as we head into the halving. We will continue to avoid it. And so come up here, oscillate sideways, get a little bit closer to it. Maybe come back up a little more and then dump into it in May. And it just makes perfect sense. So see, there's my lines. My lines are back. And we see, more sideways action here throughout the month of May. Downwards, and sideways. And then the big blast off. All right, like, subscribe, see you next time.